Ladies and gentlemen, it's very well. We welcome you all very much here to Powlesland today, which are the headquarters of Herefordshire Council. And in particular, we welcome the opportunity to demonstrate our commitment very much to our river that runs through our county, and also to all her tributaries as well. The River Wye and her tributaries have been the basis on which civilization in this county has grown for hundreds and thousands of years. It has seen the flourishing of settlements and populations and the development right along its edges. So therefore it's very important to us now to realise what we over the years have done to it and how we should value it, and how we should value the whole valleys and streams that run into her. It is important, as the atmosphere that's been created as she has arrived, that we do so in a sensible, sustainable, and above all, to do it in an approach that works with everybody and not vilifies anyone and puts them in a corner, because it is by working together that we will achieve our objectives. We welcome very much that she will be with us here until the 22nd of February, where all our staff and guests and visitors will see her. Then she will go down to Monmouth to continue that journey. Just as the waters come into us from Wales, they go out into Wales. That's important, and it recognises also the role and work that we have done, both in recent years and now and in the future, to ensure that the quality of the waters of the river and of her tributaries as well are something that is understood and worked upon by the whole population of the county. So we are very much welcome you here into the council offices, and I hope that it will be an opportunity and symbol for all of us, and the elected members in particular, to take the message out to the wider communities and the valleys and hills of Herefordshire. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Powlesland from Lawyers for Nature. This is just a load of old nonsense, isn't it? Why are you bringing water into the council offices? What's this puppet? What's this idea of sacredness? How can that possibly help to fix the problems of the Wye? Well, to answer that question, we have to go back to actually look what the true problems of the Wye are. Because of course we know what the surface level issues are. We know about the chicken farms, the agricultural runoff, the sewage. We know about all those things. But why do those problems exist? They exist fundamentally, if we go a level deeper, because of the system that we have created and that we are operating in. A system that regards nature, rivers, trees, wildlife, all the bounty of the natural world, that regards it as a dead resource, to be used and extracted for human ends as we wish to do so. It is only by changing that belief, by once again regarding nature as sacred, and then putting that sacredness into practice in our legal, political, economic and social systems, that we have any chance of truly saving the river that you love from destruction. Now, that obviously feels like a very big thing to do. But be under no doubt, you are not alone on this journey. Around the world, almost every single country around the world now has some kind of rights of nature movement, and many countries around the world are far more advanced than we are, and are pointing the way towards a system where the rights of nature are enshrined and protected, and where those ideas of nature as a dead resource no longer exist. The most obvious examples are Ecuador, which has incredibly advanced rights of nature jurisprudence, but also more, as an example here, in New Zealand, where the Wanganui River was granted its rights. I can't give all the different examples of rights of nature in this one speech, that would take many hours, but I want to give you a couple of examples and show how they could apply here. Firstly, we need to actually enshrine the positive rights of nature, and there are some ideas of what those could be in the Universal Rights of Rivers Declaration. Now, to implement those at national level would take a new Act of Parliament, which might not happen anytime soon. But there are many ways at a local level that ordinary people, councils, all other bodies can say, actually, these are the rights that we believe the river should have. and we will do whatever we can within the current system to uphold them. That's one way. Another way is legal personhood. It is absolutely insane at the moment that the River Wye, this ancient, sacred being that has flowed since before humans came to these lands and will flow hopefully long after we're gone, that has no legal personhood. It cannot vindicate its rights in court. And yet, you could go on your phone right now, and during the rest of this speech, you could create a company for the price of £12 that would have more legal say in our system, that would have full legal personhood, and the River Wye does not. So, aiming for legal personhood for the Wye is another key thing to aim for. And one way that we're trying to bring that about is we're helping to assist the Wye Nutrient Board with putting the river on the Nutrient Management Board and giving a river a voice and what that would look like, using examples from around the world. And there may be many other ways too that the Wye could have a voice. For instance, if the council were to voluntarily appoint an officer whose role it was to bring the Wye's voice into all of their decisions and act as an example to other councils. The final way is in some ways the most crucial, and that is what I would term guardianship. Indigenous peoples around the world, people who actually exist in sustainable societies, whose rivers aren't being destroyed, whose rivers aren't dying, have pointed the way. They have a relationship with the earth that is not one of extraction, not one of just using a resource, but one of love, care, and guardianship. And that is something that everybody can step into. And it's to be hoped that local councils will see themselves as guardians of their rivers rather than just mere sort of bureaucrats in charge of them. But also it's something that you can all do yourselves. You can all decide right now that you want to step into that relationship of guardianship with the River Wye, that you love this river, and that you will do whatever it peacefully takes to protect, restore, and look after it. And there are many people already doing that, obviously the Friends of the River Wye and many other local groups, but it's to be hoped that many other people step into that relationship of guardianship. And so, ultimately, that's the significance of this event today. It's about changing the underlying belief that is responsible for the destruction of the Wye, and indeed all our rivers in this country, that it's a dead resource. It's to say, actually, this river is alive, it's sacred, it deserves rights, personhood, and guardianship. And ultimately, that we all love this river, and we'll do whatever it takes to peacefully protect it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is a poem that I would like to read out, and it's called Why Indeed. Journey through the counties to find the source. Onwards, onto Plinlimmon we should go. Nature sees the wide river run its course and shows the way the Wye will always flow. Through the Golden Valley, meandering, here affords a shire where such beauty flows. Albeit nature changes everything, needs must, although the problem only grows lest a way is found to cultivate things enriched in harmony with tributaries, surrounded by what nature also brings, the compensation of so many trees. Environmental factors we must heed, restore what was, and that is why indeed.
So, yeah, just in case anyone's wondering, is this still on? What the poetry's about? We're inviting everyone to write. Everyone to write their memories, reflections, poetry, thought, photographs, whatever it is that is personal to you and to the river, and to add it into this book. And this will be part of the river's journey as well. So this is my contribution. Sorry. And it's called Wye, the Memory of Water. Welcome the Wye from the tousled heights of Plinlimmon, the 5 peaks mantled over by red kites, summoning in a wheeling shriek the soil to surrender the source. Here the earth cannot contain its mirth. You bubble forth to start your course, gurgling like a child's open mouth. Picking up pace, you run downhill, alongside milk-mouthed lambs, tottering on ballerina toes, spill over grassy slopes toward the lower land, carved and shaped by plough and harrow, where the tractor tracks in parallel lines replace the sheep's meandering furrow, and still your waters will not be confined. Remembering the crags of Penplan Limondvar, you give yourself to farms and fields of maize. Your ribbon unwinds along the valley floor, carrying the regrets of middle age. In the slower glides, you roll like a tear from the sleeping giant's eye, nostalgic for the mountain air and possibilities that have gone by. Here, we are immersed in you, our heads anointed by your grace. We swim in you, paddle and canoe, nurtured by your healing embrace. Yet what we cast off as we go, yesterday's polluted deeds, find their way into your flow. You carry our sins out to the sea. Is it Heraeth that moves you like the salmon out into the wider oceans, to combine with your sisters Istwyth and Hafren and all the rivers reunited in the brine? And is it Heft that pulls you back again to Penplan Limondvar, where the mist falls on the mountain and the red kites soar? Today, we welcome you joining us, a small contained portion of your soul that is as large as the circumference, span and abundance of the whole. We see the otters and the mayfly, the salmon and the trout. We see all the life of the Wye, the life we cannot live without. Still every day we carry on, excusing what we do not do, until the thing we say we love is gone. Except today we start anew. We owe this to our river. We owe the salmon and the swan. We owe future generations so they have something to pass on. We have been blessed by her for centuries, as from field through stream and tributaries, she takes our sin and carries it out into the sea.
Everyone here has their own relationship with the River Wye and her tributaries, whether it's watching the mesmeric flow and feeling calmed by her constant movement, or keeping a wary eye on the river's potential to breach her banks. Whether it's gliding across her surface, breaking the glassy veneer with dipping oars, feeling the luxurious silk of cool water over your skin on a hot summer's day, or waiting for the twitch of something on the end of a line. Let's take a minute to remember our own experience of our river. While we each have our own unique way of knowing the river, we all have so much in common. Our bodies are 2/3 water. When we stand in the river, all that's between our water and her water reuniting is a thin layer of skin. The same water cycles through our bodies that cycles and circles through the rivers, to the oceans, to the clouds, into the rain, and back again. And it's the same water that has always been on this earth for billions of years. Water remembers all other forms of water, and we have a profound connection with it. We would love the river to know that we are committed to her health and are working together to restore her abundant vitality. In a moment, we will invite the Chair and Vice Chair of the Council to come forward to acknowledge the river water and fill a vial with it, to carry with them as they attend to anything that involves or affects the river. We will extend this invitation to fill a vial to everyone here at the end of the ceremony. Then in a fortnight's time, we invite the return of this water to the larger vessel, so that it can continue its journey with the knowledge of all your committed actions, good wishes, and blessings within it. Councillor Phillips, Chair of the Council, please come forward. Councillor Simmons, Vice Chair of the Council, please come forward. The River Wye took her place at the Building Bridges Over Troubled Waters conference in November. She will grace the meetings in Monmouth and in Powys, and then she will come full circle back to Hereford for the final meeting in the autumn. And imagine how much discussion and action and committed effort she will have witnessed taking place in her name before she has returned to the river. On behalf of the river, her tributaries, and her community, I want to thank Herefordshire Council for hosting her here, to honour her pivotal importance to this county. May all waters run free and clear. Without water, there is no life. Let us conclude with a song. to the river, and there is an area here for you to leave thoughts and to have your reflections around the river and leave any blessings or thoughts that you would like to. Thank you.
I will. That will be all over the place. Mind you, you've got some spare areas, right? Please get in, don't worry. Thank you. Yeah, so what's the plan? I bring it back. I live right next to the lug. Yeah, although it's probably not that colour.
Certainly not today. If you'd like
Red,
to, if you'd like to bring that back, then we're going to
Where did you film?
Brilliant, lovely. Thank you so much.
I go I need to bless the flower first.
It's beautiful. That's lovely. Beautiful. What do we do with the privilege? Well, you can put in the
Thank you very much. Sounded lovely. I'm standing in front of
It's clean.
But you couldn't use today's water.
Thank you.
Thank you.